Hi friends, welcome to the Business Studies class. Today in this module, we are going to learn about the term communication and different types of communication. Communication is the exchange of ideas, facts, opinion and emotions between executives and employees to achieve group objectives. It is the soul of modern large-scale enterprise. There should be close and constant contact between management and the workers so that the desired work could be performed effectively. According to Newman and Summer, communication is the exchange of facts, ideas, opinions, or emotions by two or more persons. According to Fred G. Mayer, communication is the intercourse by words, letters, or messages, intercourse of thoughts or opinions. According to G. C. Brown, communication has been defined as transfer of information from one person to another, whether or not it elicits confidence or becomes exchange of interchange, but the information transferred must be understandable to the receiver. Communication is the act of conveying meanings from one entity or group to another through the use of mutually understood signs, symbols, and semiotic rules. The main steps inherent to all communication are the formation of communicative motivation or reason, message composition, and message encoding. Communication helps to coordinate all the activities of the organization. It helps in smooth working of an enterprise. Prompt decisions and immediate execution is also possible. There is a possibility of maximum output at minimum cost. Then it helps to establish effective leadership. It is a democratic method. These are the important points involved in the importance of communication. Next, we are going to study the different types of communication. The different types of communication are formal communication and informal communication. Formal communication is a type of communication in which formal communication channels of an organizations are used. Formal communication can flow both vertically and horizontally. Informal communication, on the other hand, involves unsanctioned informal communication between organizational members and can flow in any direction. Formal communication is deliberately and consciously established by the management. The communication are based on formal systems of authority and responsibility. Formal communication are generally written as policy manuals, procedural handbooks, memorandum, orders, scheduled meetings and conferences, special interviews, company news bulletin, or information regarding promotion, suspension, and termination of employees, etc. Formal communications are authentic, written, and communicated through formal scale chain. Formal communication on the base of direction flows in the direction that is upward, downward, and horizontal. The important features of formal communication are: formal communication is the communication of authorized and authentic information. Informal communication, communication in writing. Informal communication, the proof of receiving communication is obtained. In this communication, the communication of messages through scalar chain. In this way, the communication through officially established channel is known as formal communication. The important merits or advantages of formal communication are: it is proper and systematic. It ensures order by flow of communication. It helps in fixing responsibility. It helps in locating source of communication. It helps in managing and controlling business affairs. It helps in establishing contact with distant parties. The important demerits or disadvantages of formal communication are: it is a slow moving communication system. Personal warmth and touching is lacking in informal communication because it generally establishes impersonal link in impersonal manner. It overloads higher authorities with work. Free and frank opinion cannot be expressed just to avoid criticism and confrontation. It has to follow certain established rigid rules and has to face hurdles in the flow of information. Next type of communication is informal communication. The communication between individuals and groups which are not officially recognized is known as informal communication. This communication is the result of social interaction and satisfies social needs. It has matters of mutual interest which may and may not be work related. It should not be necessarily written or authentic. The communication is the result of casual personal contacts which occur all the day long. Such informal paths are referred to as grapevine. Certain authors call it organization's jungle telegraph. The important features of informal communication are: it is verbal communication, it is not authentic and authorized, it may create misunderstanding and spread rumors, and it is spontaneous, implicit and flexible communication. The important merits of informal communication are: it develops friendly relations and fellow feeling among the workers. It operates with greater spread and spreads very quickly. Free and frank expression of views. It reduces tensions in employer-employee relations and provide emotional relief to workers. Employees' reactions, responses, and attitudes can be easily ascertained. The important demerits or limitations or disadvantages of informal communication are: first point, destruction of facts, because different persons pass on the information with their own outlook and interpretations. Second point, it spreads rumors and develops misunderstanding. It is an unauthentic and unreliable communication system. Its origin cannot be pinpointed and even responsibility can't be fixed. There is a chance for leakage of confidential information in the informal communication system. These are the important demerits or limitations or disadvantages of informal communication system. Thank you.